Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Georgiman and I'm your friendly neighborhood anime and manga fan. I love all things anime and all things manga, and I'm here today with a very special video of an unboxing slash review of the brand new Marin Kitagawa, a artist masterpiece, a series by Taito. This is a Shizuku dress version. So for anybody that doesn't know, this is an alternate version of an already existing figure of the same line. In that figure, it's actually the Shizuku figure. In this version, it's actually just Marin with the Shizuku dress. That's what's the difference between the two figures, as well as some other elements that I will get to once I start unboxing and reviewing the figure. Now, before I go any further with this unboxing slash review, I just wanted to give you guys a quick reminder to make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you guys can be up to date with all my dress up darling, as well as all my unboxings and anime and all that good stuff that I'll be providing in this channel. It really helps out a lot, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if you guys could, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, with all that out of the way, let's talk about how I found out about this figure. So this figure actually got announced a long time ago, and it actually got released in Japan quite a long time ago as well. But sadly for me, I pre-ordered it from Good Smile Company, and if anybody knows anything about Good Smile Company's website, is that sometimes when you make a pre-order, you won't get that figure until like way after it released in Japan, which it's a benefit, but it's also it's a benefit in the sense that, you know, you're getting it for a pretty cheap price because you don't have to pay the overseas fees of the shipping and all that. But at the same time, it's like, oh man, like I'm pretty late with this review, and I. Another thing that I'm actually very happy that I did was actually pre-order the figure through that website when I did, like a long time ago, because now with the tariffs being implemented in the Good Smile Company's website, it really would have made this figure way up in when it comes to the price. Because for the record, I paid, I think after shipping, taxes and fees, I think it was $41 exactly. If not, I could be wrong, maybe $40 flat. But it was pretty affordable. I think the figure itself was like 30 something, and then with the shipping and the taxes and all that stuff, it ended up being $41. So imagine with the tariffs on that, like, man, you're looking at, I don't know, maybe 50 plus, and at that point I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'd rather just skip on it. But for the price that I pre-ordered it a long time ago, I think it's a very good figure, and I'll tell you guys why right now when I pretty much give you a closer up on the box and show you guys all the good stuff that comes with it, obviously the figure itself, and just give you guys my own thoughts on the figure. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. So taking a closer look into the box, we see this beautiful illustration in the front of the figure, and then on the side, same, good old stuff, and then on the side, a closer up picture of the figure as well, and then the back, we just see a logo. And then on the top, we see the logo of the artist masterpiece figure line. And then inside of the box, this is how it comes packaged. You get to see pretty much how the base is right here. The base, if it looks like similar to the other one, it's because it is. It's just different paint job to the Shizuku version. So just as a heads up, it's also a close up on the illustration, same thing. And here's how the figure looks. I think the figure, like taking a closer look into the face sculpt, I think they nailed it. I think this is definitely, Marin. They got the Marin head sculpt perfectly, in my opinion, for the price range. I think this is really good. And I really like how the eyes came out, the little glossy effect on the cheeks, like the blushing. Really no major complaints in my part. The only thing they did change for the sculpt, I believe it's the head. Well, obviously a different headpiece, and the arm, because in the original Shizuku arm they don't show that. And then on the bottom, a closer up on, they actually show the undergarments and all that. So I thought that was pretty cool when it comes to the sculpt. And then, like I said, the sculpt on the legs, same thing as the Shizuku. So, nothing too crazy when it comes to, if you own the Shizuku figure, you can expect the same quality in the figure itself. The closer up on the front area. You get the tie, the chain, the breast. Pretty much everything looks good. I think the hair came out looking good too, especially because they gave it like a transparent plastic look to it. So I personally, I'm fine with it, like when it comes to some figures, and I think this one definitely nailed it. I know some people might be like, ew, I don't like that, but hey man, for me personally, I think it looks good, especially when it's displayed in the way that she is. And there's other side, like I'm showing you guys different point of views on the figure itself, and I think all of them look good. Like I said, I think this figure is a solid figure that I really can't complain. The only major issue I have with this figure actually is the fact that I wish Taito would have given it the opposite point of view, in the sense that you can put both this Shizuku version of Marin as well as with the actual Shizuku cosplay next to each other, kind of like in you can have them looking in one maybe at the right side, one in the left side. So you can actually put them right next to each other, but they actually have the same point of view in the same pose. So it's kind of like, oh man, if I put them next to each other, it's not as magical as if, you know, you could have them side to side, you know, in a comparison. But talking about comparisons, I'm actually going to show you guys a couple of comparisons and a little bit of the other figures that I own, so you guys get an idea of like the size and scaling of this figure with the other ones. So for example, here's the Shizuku-tan, and this is what I'm talking about. The side to side looks amazing, but I wish they could have been the opposite end, so you can put them next to each other, you know, facing the opposite side. So I think that would look way better than this. But to each their own. I think this figure, you know, like I said, it looks good. Both of them look really good. And in a little bit, I'll show you guys another one, which is the Marin Aniplex figure of the swimsuit. This is actually, in my opinion, the best Marin figure out there in the market, and I think this is, you know, to this day, I think it's my favorite one. I just love the display, the futon and everything. And then here's another one of a Furyu. This is a price figure, like a noodle stomper, very small, but you know, I think it looks good next to each other. And then I'll show you guys in a little bit another figure that I think looks pretty good next to it, in my opinion, which is the Detective Marin. I think this is about the same scaling. If you correct me if I'm wrong, if the Shizuku-tan Marin stood up, I think they would be about the same scale. This is a Detective Bibit figure, so this looks good next to each other. Personally, I think that's an actually really good figure too. Here's the Black Lobelia figure. You know, this is the Bandai Spirits one, and I think this one looks great. The Ban Presto one. I think this looks, you know, Presto, my bad. I think they look next to each other pretty good. I think the Black Lobelia is bigger, similar to like the Liz right here. I think this figure is actually a little bit too big when it comes to the scaling, but it looks really good overall. And you know, this figure, I think it's also amazing. So if you guys haven't gotten it, I suggest that you guys definitely get it because it looks amazing. Talking about amazing, let's talk about this display I have, which is all my collection. I do have some other figures, but I didn't want to take them out because the way that I have them in my display might interrupt and I have to move a bunch of stuff. But these were the ones that I could get, and I think all of them look great. For anybody wondering what my Dress Up Darling display looks like, this is a little sneak peek of it. But yeah, overall, I think this figure looks great, and I'm sure that you guys already saw everything about it. So without any further ado, I'll cut back to me in my room and give you guys my final thoughts on the figure. So yeah. So in conclusion, I think that this figure is really great. I think it actually looks really good for the price range. And like I said, I can't emphasize this enough. I got this figure for in the $30 range when I pre-ordered it before the taxes and fees. So like the shipping and all that. So if you can snatch her for anywhere from $30 to $40, like in the sense of the low 40s, then I think you're solid, man. I think you did a good job. I think this figure is definitely worth picking up. If you know, you love how it looks, like, because I think this figure really, if you've seen the promotional pictures, I think this figure does live up to it. I don't think it's like clickbait or anything. It actually, like, in my opinion, looks pretty stellar. I think it's actually a really good figure for the price range too, which is something that Taito has been really good at for the last couple of years now when it comes to manufacturing their figures and whatnot. I think they do really great, you know, in the sense of price figures, because they're, you know, like cheap when it comes to the price range. They do a really solid job, and I think that going forward, you know, I think other companies will look at Taito and be like, man, if these people can, you know, hit us with this quality and this price range, I think the audience will turn off on our products because we're charging like $200. But yeah, I think that this is a must for any Marin fan out there. I mean, I have my own little Marin collection from what you just saw, and it keeps increasing. And you know, I know for a fact they're also making Taito, at least, is making a Veronica figure later on. I'll definitely get that one because that's the only Veronica figure in the market at this point in the store, at this point in, you know, the present time, unless the other companies make some. I know they're also making a Black Lobelia. Personally, I'm fine with the one that I got that you guys saw in the review. I think that one's really good by Bandai and all that. So I think I'll skip that one, even though it looks okay. I think it looks solid, but do I need two Black Lobelias? I don't know. I think I'm good with the one I have. Plus, I think the scaling will actually be just as big. Like, I think the one that I have is actually going to end up being bigger than the other one. But yeah, enough of me yapping. So what did you guys think about this figure? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys thought it was all right? Whatever you guys thought, let me know in the comment section down below, and let me know if you're gonna get it. You know, now that it's actually in the States and why not in Good Smiles Company's website, I think. Are you gonna get it now, or did the tariffs affect you and you're gonna like, nah, I'll rather skip? Whatever you guys think, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, thank you so much for sticking all the way to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more unboxings and reviews and anime and all that good stuff in this channel. But yeah, with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.